Hello everyone, my name is Ashna Pal. I am going to presenting the NMR instrumentation. NMR stands for Nuclear Magnetic Resonance. NMR spectroscopy is an analytical chemistry technique used in the quality control and research for the determining the content and purity of a sample as well as its molecular structure. NMR spectroscopy is the study of molecules by recording the interaction of radio frequency and electromagnetic radiation with a nuclei of molecules placed in the strong magnetic field. Principle of NMR. NMR is that many nuclei have a spin and all nuclei are electrically charged. If an externally magnetic field applied, the energy transfer is possible between base energy means lower energy to higher energy. The energy transfer takes place at the wavelength that correspond to radio frequency, and when the spin return its base level energy, it's emit at the same frequency. The signal that match this transfer is measured in the many ways to proceeded in order to yield an NMR spectrum for the nucleus concerned. NMR instrumentation divided in 7 parts: sample holder, permanent magnet, probe, sweep generator, radio frequency transmitter, radio frequency receiver, readout the system. Sample holder. The sample holder in NMR is normally tube shaped, that is called as sample tube. The must be transparent to radio frequency radiation trouble and chemically inert. The dimension of sample holder is 8.5 cm long and 0.3 cm is diameter. Generally used in glass and Pyrex tube. It should be sturdy and practically cheap. Permanent magnet. Permanent magnet is an electromagnet has an important feature that it should be give the homogeneous magnetic field. That is, the strength and direction of the magnetic field should not change from point to point. The magnet must be capable of producing a very strong magnetic field. Its strength must be at least 10,000 Gun. 1H NMR instrument operates 16 to 100 MHz and 30C NMR is a high quality instrument operating at 200 to 600 MHz and using the superconducting magnet are used. To maintain the magnetic field constant over the long period, temperature control is necessary, otherwise physical dimension of magnet change. Probe. Probe is a design to the hold the sample used to exit and detect the magnetization in radio frequency of a sample. The transmission and reception is achieved by the using the specially desired radio frequency coil. Probe comes a different size and different size. Selective probes are specially desired to observe the specific nuclei. Example 13C. Sweep generator. To produce a amount of magnetic field passed through the sample for a nucleus to resonate, the precision frequency should be equal to frequency to applied the frequency radiation. There are two types of method: frequency sweep method and flip sweep method. Frequency sweep method. In this method, to apply the magnetic field is kept constant and precision frequency changed by changing the radio frequency radiation. Second is field sweep method. In this method, to resonate the nucleus, the frequency of the radio frequency kept constant and precision frequency changed by changing the applied magnetic field. Radio frequency transmitter. The RF radiation is created by using a oscillator. Out of the output of oscillator is amplified mixed and filtered to produce the monochromatic radio frequency radiation and delivered to the sample. A radio transmitter coil that produces short, powerful and pulse of radio waves. Radio frequency receiver. The radio receiver coil that detects the radio frequency emitted as nuclei relaxed to the lower energy level. The NMR signal emitting from the probe is detected by the digitalizer receiver at regular time interval. This signal in the time domain must convert to a frequency domain spectrum by the application of Fourier transformation and other transformation. Read out the system. A computer that analyzes and record the data. Recorder are equipped with electronic integrator to provide the information regarding the area under the observation of peak. Peak are the important because they permit the estimation of relative number of observing nuclei in each chemical environment. How to working a NMR instrumentation? First, we put the sample in sample holder. Sample must be solution. If are taking about H NMR of proton NMR, so in that condition, sample contain proton or set of proton. Second is radio frequency. A radio frequency will the radio frequency in terms of megahertz. Due to this radio frequency or electromagnetic radiation, all proton will align the radio frequency in the direction. This radio frequency are perpendicular to the receiver coil. Next is magnet. Magnet are present in this magnet are produce a magnetic field. This magnetic field controlled by the sweep generator with the help of Hermit's coil. This coil control the magnetic field means they can be increase and decrease the magnetic field. If the magnetic field increase the better resolution. The direction of magnetic field are perpendicular to radio frequency. The specific condition of magnetic field strength will the exit to strength of radio frequency. In that condition, a proton will be aligned to the magnetic field. This known as resonance. When the resonance or proton take place, the receiver coil the signal. It will pass through the signal to amplifier. An amplifier amplify the signal and pass through the detector. And detector pass through the signal in recorder. And recorder they give the NMR signal. Thank you.